And in our next keynote, we are going to hear about circularity once again, focusing on commercial vehicles this time. And I'm super happy that Marleen Diedrichs is here today from ZF, who is currently the head of the sustainability for commercial vehicle solution at ZF Group. Please join me on stage, Marleen. And we are looking forward to 20 minutes of super interesting insights from your journey also on how to implement AI into the whole field of circularity.
Thank you so much, and thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to the next 20 minutes. Thank you so much, and thanks that you are here to listen to what we all need to discuss about artificial intelligence and circular economy. My name is Marleen Diedrichs. I'm the head of sustainability in the division Commercial Vehicle Solution at ZF. Some insights of the company or the division. The division has 27,000 employees approximately. We have 60 production sites worldwide, and we had a revenue in 2024 of 7.7 billion euros. We offer a broad product portfolio for all commercial vehicle platforms, which includes transmission. We have steering, braking, we have ADAS, and we have digital solution to orchestrate fleets. So the portfolio is huge, and the vision is to have a safe, efficient, and sustainable product and service portfolio for all commercial vehicle platforms. So these are the business facts, and next to the business facts, I would like to give you a little secret, a private secret, because beside roles, business, and I would say economical discussions, I will give you a private secret because I'm a mom. I'm a mom of a 8-year-old boy. And why I tell you this, I will come back to this after I will give you some insights of sustainability at ZF. ZF has the target to be climate neutral in 2040. So this is our target. We have some interims targets in 2030, which we want to reach. So we want to reduce the emissions by 80% of our internal operations. And we have a target on the scope 3 emissions. We want to reduce it by 40%. The targets are broken down in the divisions. So we have divisional own targets, which are similar to the group targets, but it depends on the commodities and the product portfolio which we have at the moment. Here you see, because I mean targets are good, but how do we want to make it tangible? How do we want to bring it to the company? And therefore we have the campaign Acting Now. Acting Now is based on the Sustainability Development Goals. We selected the most important for our business and economical need. You see 3 pillars. On the left side, you have Acting for Climate and Nature, which includes all the reduction activities of greenhouse gas within our value chain. We want to develop and scale low carbon technologies, and the red framework, you see that we have the strategy to have sustainable and circular products and operations, which includes usage of material and to extend our circular business models within the company. The second pillar is the Acting for All People. So it's not just about the products, but as well about all our employees and the people within our supply chain. So we want to develop our employees, and we committed to diversity and equal rights. So we want to enable the leaders and the employees to make their best jobs as they can. And we commit to diversity and equal rights within our company and our supply chain. We want to keep the people safe. So we want to have the highest health and safety standards with the support of innovative solution for our safe mobility. Human rights and working conditions, I mean, nowadays, sometimes I think, shouldn't it be a topic to discuss, but it is. Yeah, maybe not in Germany or in Europe anymore, but we have suppliers, supply chain and other companies, so human rights and equal working conditions, it's a big topic. We as a company commit in our business code of conducts with that, so we don't allow child labor, we really stick to that, and we don't have any tolerance in our supply chain in this regard. The third pillar, and in my opinion it's really important because sustainability is not a sprint, we need to think long term. And we want to act for long-lasting value. And this we do with responsible behavior across the business. So we are transparent and ethical in our business behavior, and we have, and this is really important, why I'm here and listening to all the keynotes which we had before. We need to build up ecosystem, we need to build partnerships. We as a company, we are not able to do it alone. We need to cooperate, collaborate, and we need to share. We need to share the knowledge, the experience, the lessons learned, and this we need to do together as partners. And coming back to the sustainable and circular product and operations, I want to give you more insights on that with our circularity framework. And the circularity framework we created, like Mark said, at Rolls-Royce, we had several workshops where we discussed, okay, what is important for us and how do we want to framework it, that we can transfer the theoretical approach to the business. And I want to just briefly go through it from the left upper corner clockwise to the right lower corner. So we want to prioritize sustainable materials. That means we increase the recycled content. We want to use renewable material. For example, we have a cooperation with Stegra. Stegra is a startup, a Swedish startup, which want to produce climate neutral steel, flat steel. So we bought or have a partnership with them for a contingent of material which will be available in 26-27. And now we start the discussion with our customer in which products we want to integrate it. Then, of course, we have a status quo of our product portfolio and we want to integrate lower carbon materials. So that means, of course, there is always, it's not black and white, so we don't have a gray product and a green product. There is something greenish, grayish in the middle. So we are looking for other materials which has not so high emissions, which we can use. Then, of course, we want to avoid substances of concerns. I mean, we have laws and regulations which we want to comply with. So it's not just to fulfill the laws and regulations, but as well to look into the future with a medium or mid-term, long-term strategic approach that we don't need to change anything on short notice. On the right side, you see optimized resource. So it's material efficiency, responsible use of water, and sustainable energy use. In our sites, we have a key performance indicator on energy efficiency. We have water and waste targets. So everything what we produce, we want to do it in a sustainable way. Then eliminate waste. On the right lower corner, you see closed loop, open loops, and avoid non-recyclable waste. So in our operations, we check immediately what do we do with our scrap. Can we use it for our own operations? Can we resell it to recycling companies? And do we have partners to get back the material? I mean, everything is better to, I mean, if you have scrap and you put it back to the market, then and you get it back, you know which quality you have of the material. Yeah? So you have really pros and cons in this closed and open loops. But the target is to reduce the waste. And you see the big dark circle around everything. So circular business models and the portfolio, it's really important. I mean, are we really ready as a company to have circular business models in our business behavior? So this we need to check. We need to check if we have barriers or silos within our company. So this needs to be checked and needs to be optimized, I would say. Then, as I mentioned, we are not able to do it alone. We need to have or build up an ecosystem with partner. So it's not one woman or one man, one company show. We really need to cooperate. And Tobias said it in the morning, and this is why I was triggered to tell you the secret why I am a mom. It's skills and mindset, and I will come to that later. Here, I need to check, yeah. So our circularity strategy, we checked internally how are we able to integrate the circular design. And I want to go here just quickly to the value hill. You might know it. So everything what I mentioned, we want to use materials in the circular design which are produced with renewable generated energy. We want to reduce the effort within our sites. And we want to add value. We want to rethink our design in regards of, are we able to repair? Can we prolong the life cycle? Can we use the product one more time? Can we repurpose, or can we use it somewhere else? Can we refurbish, reman, recycling, and at the end, can we recover the materials? Can we use what we developed at the beginning, then later on at the end of the life cycle? And this we do, of course, to protect the environment and to have the economical opportunities which you see on the right side, to reduce risks, to reduce costs, and to reduce emissions. But I mean, at the end, we want to build up a sustainable product portfolio in the future. And I had the honor to work with Gerrit together and the team in the circle use case. In the circle use case, we thought, okay, how can we make it tangible, and how can we identify opportunities in regards of circular design? And we created a matchmaker. In this matchmaker, we thought about 3 pillars. So which R strategy fits the best for the product? So we identified a questionnaire to assess the product from the circularity perspective. You see it on the right side. In the middle, we said, okay, what makes sense for the value creation? So which R strategy brings the highest product margin? So we did an economical assessment. And on the right side, you see the business model. So we linked the first 2 pillars with what is the best business model for this specific product and how we are able to integrate it. The next step will be that we want to link it to our business cases, because we want to talk about facts and data, and we want to reduce with this assessment, with this matchmaker, perfect matchmaker, we want to create a decision criteria for the leadership team, because we all know there are still barriers, and we have been able to listen in with the previous keynotes. Are we ready from the company perspective? Do we have silo thinking? The raw material, what happens with the asset of the company if we keep raw materials in the within our properties? So there are a lot of question marks which we need to overcome to make it happen. And here, this tool, the matchmaker, was mainly based on Excel, but I guess there is a huge opportunity to put that in an AI content or a link. And I guess this would be a next step, which we can talk about, Gerrit, then next year, just as a little hint. Yes, and I guess here's a huge opportunity to create additional value. Gerrit mentioned one platform which we have already integrated. It's Core Expedia. You know Expedia from your private life. We have it similar. So Core Expedia is a smart solution to get back the cores from the market. And everyone who deals with remanufacturing knows what is the most and crucial thing to get is the core. The core in the right quality, or let's say you need to identify where it is. You need to get it back with reverse logistic and in a, I would say, good acceptance criteria, or with good core acceptance criteria, that the product itself is remanufacturable to create additional value. And with this Core Expedia, I guess we had created a smart solution for the customers. And here as well, artificial intelligence could add value, for example, with, I don't know, where to get the cores, so where are they located, or as well, which quality, how many operations does the product already existed, which life cycle, and all this kind of stuff. So what is the quality that we can be prepared for the reman operations? Yeah, and opportunities to talk about. This is what I called this slide. On the left side, you see the brain. So I guess the organization, they really need to think about circular business models in the really early stage of the design. Because if you integrate the R strategies from the beginning, you don't need to think about what you need to repair then on the field. You know it already. So you can prepare the design, you can prepare the business case and all this kind of stuff. So you need to rethink the design and the value creation with the R strategies. In the middle, you see more or less the value hill. Circular design, optimize use, value recovery. On the right side, you see where I see opportunities with artificial intelligence, like in the ERP system, data availability and traceability. On the bottom, and now I want to come back to my secret. My little boy, before I go to the company context, he's 8 years old. His size is like this. I can tell you it's the most positive challenge in my life to educate my son. Yeah, it's crazy. Sometimes he's my sweetheart, sometimes he's a tyrann, sometimes he's a prince. But at the end, he is a little professor. Yeah, so he has questions you cannot imagine. And I'm often in the situation that I need to say, I don't have any idea. I mean, the question, I don't know. So we started to use ChatGPT, artificial intelligence in private life. I don't know the studies if the integration of artificial intelligence in private life is higher than in the economical situation, but you never know. So we use it. We call him Shetty. Shetty is sitting on the dinner table, on the couch. He's everywhere. Yeah. So, do I like it? Yes and no. Yes, I like it because he gives answers. He gives advice. Sometimes he is prioritizing our to-dos. He is organizing our weekend activities. So I really, really like it. What I don't like is I have fears as a mom. You know, I have fear to be rejected. I have fear to be replaced by something. And I guess this fear as a mom linked to the business behavior, imagine a fear of an engineer to be replaced by something which you are not able to touch. It's we need to take care of that. We need to really take the accountability and responsibility as a company to reduce the barrier. Otherwise, all the tools which we create together are not able to be integrated with the barrier of us as a human being. And this is why I put the organizational development at the bottom. Everything what we do, we need to consider us as human beings in the environment of artificial intelligence. Otherwise, we won't be able to integrate anything. And with that, thanks for your attention, and I'm keen to answer some questions.
Thank you, Marleen. Thank you for all those insights. Also from a personal level, I think that was a super helpful analogy to really understand also where the transformation is sometimes maybe stuttering a bit on the way. And I think you gave very valuable insights on the whole idea about Achtenberg's value hill and where we actually need to start working in order to gain this those really huge potential of saving, but also economical value. You also talked about Core Expedia. Maybe give us an insight. How happy are you with the return rates on course? Is it enough to keep a Reman business running and growing, or how is the market currently developing?
I mean, we are really proud of Core Expedia. It's not new, and it's established in the market since a while. I mean, better is always given. You know, the return rates are okayish, but it could be better. I guess with the new regulation, which is in discussion on European Union, like the end-of-life vehicle regulation, and some discussion about this could help us to get back the cores from the market, because the value of the cores are getting more, I would say, or the importance is much higher than with these regulations. But the Core Expedia, it works. And we get back cores. We have good feedback from our customers. It makes us the life much easier.
Yeah, I could only imagine, especially with OEMs having your parts first in possession, kind of, and then it's pretty hard, I could imagine, to get to your customer who's driving the vehicle, the commercial vehicles, in order to get your components and parts out of this scrap. Oh, not scrap, but supposedly scrap.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm trying to summarize a couple of your key insights. You talked a lot about leadership team, right? Okay, nice, we have business model, but we need to make it tangible in order to calculate the business cases here. And also we need to take the engineers and also not only the engineers, but all of the employees concerned seriously in order to step forward in this transformation. Am I missing any further insights that you gave? Oh yeah, you talked about the ecosystem as well, about Circle. I think it's a great project on how to learn from each other in an ecosystem. That is maybe the third key takeaway, at least I was getting from your insights here on the project. So you also placed some callouts for the ERP system, I think.
Yes.
What do you hope will happen when you have those support or AI-supported data in there? How can it help your internal processes?
I mean, one thing are the requirements from the customer, so the specification book, and usually you develop the product according to the specification book, right? From the customer or from past generations. So all these data are available, but somehow, of course, the engineer needs to dig into the details. Of course, we have innovation, we have, I would say, smart solution, but in the ERP system or with artificial intelligence, I hope and my wish is to have it more centralized, to have lessons learned about it. Are we able to reduce material thicknesses? Are we able to have lightweight? Can we use other materials? Can we use results out of validation test results? I don't know, to lower the spec of the material or to make it more or even higher and prolong the lifetime of the product. So if we could be able to integrate it in the ERP or in the development in the early design stage, it would be awesome.
Yeah.
And I guess the matchmaker is going to the right or in the direction to think about criteria of circularity at the beginning. Do I want to upgrade? Do I want to update?
Yeah.
How long do I have the product in the vehicle? Can I repair? Is it easily accessible?
Yeah.
And you know, if we would have it in an artificial intelligence tool like ChatGPT, it's like I don't know, why is the moon sometimes bigger than I don't know, sometimes smaller, you know, the questions which I put with my son in the ChatGPT. If I can ask this to an ERP system or like a development system, it would be awesome.